Sorry, the video ended for that. Let me move the microphone so it hears me a little better. Yeah, so what I did is I said if all the required fields are filled, it's good. Else, we're going to echo whatever. So in this echo statement, we're going to say you must fill in all of the required fields. That's not how you spell required. And then we're going to do a $.form. And then in here, we're going to check if the password is the same. So, if the passwords are the same. So, if $, password equals $re_password, which means if they're the same, we're going to do whatever. Else, we're going to echo. We need to end it. We're going to echo your passwords do not match. So, but if they do equal, we're going to set if $. Okay, so what we're going to do is check if the, hold on, let me go to the register.ptk. Check if the email is correct. Like the email is a valid email. So I'm going to say if strlen of $email is greater than 20 is greater than or equal to 5, which means if it's greater than 5 or equal to, because that's a max length, because the domain can be 2, there can be at least has to be 1 letter in the actual email, like admin at blah 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 blah, and then the at and the dot. So there's at least 1, just 2, 3 plus 4 plus 5. Yeah, so there's 5. And str sub, I think is what it is. str. I think it's, hold on. I found out that I think it's sub str. I'll check. So we're going to say $email and then comma. We'll check for the at sign first, and sub str $email dot. So if all of those are in the email, I'm going to say else. If they're not, going to echo your email is not valid. So let me go ahead and check that real quick. Okay, so I found out it needs to be str. So let's go ahead and do register. Yeah, that works. Okay. So we're gonna go into register.php. We're gonna say if that is that, we need to check if the username is so we're gonna say if question mark strlen $username is greater than 50 characters, which is the max length. We're going to say if, so that means if it's not, else if it is, I'm going to echo your username cannot be longer than 50 characters. And we're going to basically do the same thing for the password. So I'm going to say strlen $password is greater than 32, which is the length, max length, else, going to echo your password cannot be longer than 32 characters. I forgot $form. So now what we need to do is we need to create the database connection file. So we're gonna make a new file and save it in a new folder that we'll create called scripts. And in here it'll be connect.php. Now connect.php, what we need to do is do our PHP tags, PHP. I'm going to do MySQL underscore connect. And in here I want to say the server name, which I'll for the first, there need to be at least 3 parameters. I think 3 parameters is actually the most. So the first parameter will be the server, which I'll go ahead and put in there off camera. The second parameter will be the database, the MySQL account, username, and the third one will be the password for it. Next one will be the MySQL underscore select underscore DB. And in this one, it'll be where you can select the database from the account. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in those in off camera. Fill in those. Okay, so since I've gone ahead and done that, what we need to do is after the password, checking if that's actually, if that's the length, if it's set the max length or not. We're going to say, require, which is the PHP function, and we're going to do scripts / connect.php or whatever you put the connect file in. Next, we're going to say, we're going to check if the username is taken. So we're going to say $query equals MySQL underscore query. And in here, we're going to say select apostrophe or all from users where username equals $username. Now we're going to say $num rows equals MySQL underscore num underscore rows of the $query. Next, we're going to say if $num rows equals 0, which means it's available. We're going to do whatever's in there, else we're going to echo sorry that username is taken $form, and that says story. Okay. Next, we basically need to do the same thing for the email because I'm not going to let multiple same emails. So basically, we're going to move that to there. Just move everything where it needs to be. Okay, so we're going to say our email equals $email, and that email is already in use. I'm going to say that email is already in use, just because it's not like a sorry thing. Now, we're going to passwords. I need to fix the password, and I just realized how to spell it in there. But yeah, so the password we need to do is we're going to say we need to create some variables. So we need to say $pass, which is the encrypted one, is SHAI of $password. So it encrypts the password. Next, we're going to say $code equals rand, and whoops, I paused it while I was doing that. When you say 11111111111 and 9999999 1 2 3 4 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's that. We need to create the date thing. So we need to say date equals date function in PHP, and we're going to say MDY. And you can search the PHP date function on just Google PHP date function, and it should be one of the first ones. It'll be on php.net. The main PHP website is the one you should go to. And that's the things we need to do. Now, we need to insert all of that into the database. So we're going to say $query equals MySQL underscore query. And we need to say insert into users. I've gone ahead and seen what is in here. So we're going to say enter into users. And in here we need to say username. We're going to do the parentheses username, comma, space, email. And you separate them with commas. So we're going to do email, first, underscore name, last, underscore name, password. And I'm going to go ahead and actually fix the thing, that typo. So first name, password, bio, website, YouTube, code, active, rank, locked, sign, underscore up, underscore date, and last underscore login, underscore date. Now, what we need to do is make a parentheses. I'm going to say values, space parentheses. I'm going to say $, username, and we don't have to worry about the ID because the username. With the ID, we set it to primary and index auto increment. So whenever the auto increment means whenever we insert into the database, it creates a new number for that ID, and then the primary just makes it to where no two are the same. So we're going to set the username to $username, the email to $email, the first name to $first F name, the last name set to $L name, the password set to $pass because it needs to be encrypted. The bio needs to be $bio. The website needs to be $website. The YouTube needs to be $YouTube. The code needs to be $code. The active needs to be set to 0. The rank needs to be set to N. The lock needs to set to 0. The sign up underscore date needs to be $date. And the last login date, and the last login will leave the date too. So, if we go ahead and save that, see if I have any errors. On line 75. Oh yeah. Need to end that. Line 78. I probably have like several of these. Or maybe just those two. The fact that I had to copy and paste them. Gosh dang it.